guys, what is up? How are you doing today? Good, great, awesome, glad to hear it. So this video is going to be a little bit different. It's more of a challenge video, I guess, is what you would call it. A little bit of backstory. So school for me just ended recently within the last couple weeks, and so I thought that I was going to be able to just focus on my job this summer and YouTube and whatever. However, my province recently went into another lockdown due to COVID because people are being stupid. Shocker. So now I have no school, no job, and I'm extremely bored. However, I did think that this was a good opportunity because I was like, you know what? I have no plans. I have nothing to do and I'm going to be productive. I'm going to clean my house. I'm going to film more YouTube. I'm going to do a bunch of stuff, and what happened? It didn't get done. Why? Because social media. Social media is such a black hole of just problems. You just get so sucked into it. I don't know how or why, or I just don't even, oh my god. You start watching at 11 a.m. and the next thing you know, it's dark outside. That's happened to me. I'm really hoping it's not just me. So I've decided that I'm going to try for a week to see if I can go without social media. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. I don't know, I guess I could get back into reading. I have plenty of books, and you can't even see the ones on the bottom shelves. It's bad. I have a lot, and most of them are unread. But I basically just wanted to see how reliant I was on social media and how dependent I am on social media. Because, I already have a timer set on TikTok where it just shuts itself off and locks me out after an hour. I already have that set because I used to scroll on TikTok mindlessly. However, then Instagram Reels became a thing, and now once TikTok locks me out, I just go to Instagram and watch Reels for hours on end. So it's not a good time. I mean, it is in the moment, and then you realize you've been so unproductive, and then it's just So yeah, I'm basically going off the grid. I'm going to not use social media for an entire week. And when I say social media, I mean TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, not that I use Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest, Facebook, not that I use Facebook. See, half of these things I don't even use, and they're still on my phone. My goal is that by the end of it, I'm going to be less reliant on social media. I don't know if I'm going to get rid of it entirely. We'll see how this week goes. But, who's to say? Who's to say? So I basically disabled all the social media apps on my phone. I didn't want to delete them because I don't know half my passwords, and if I wanted them back, I wouldn't be able to get logged back on. So I just disabled them on my phone for a week to see what happens. I'm nervous. I had to let my friends know that I was going off the grid because half of my communication is done through social media. My best friend and I, we only communicate via Snapchat. Usually if she texts me or calls me, it's because something's wrong. So I had to tell her, I was like, I'm going off the grid for a week, so if I text you, it's just because I don't have Snapchat at the moment. So just letting you know. Things I will be using will be YouTube, obviously, to upload videos and stuff and check analytics and stuff, but that's about it. However, I will not be just allowing myself to watch YouTube videos. I have YouTube itself disabled on my phone, but YouTube Studios is still up and running and perfectly fine. As an added little bonus challenge, I guess, I'm also including streaming services into this little challenge because, it may not be social media, but you can get sucked into streaming services just as easily. That little, your episode will play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's not enough time to say no. And even if you had enough time to say no, would you? I don't think so. So initially I was just going to completely eliminate streaming services, but then I realized I would be so bored that I decided to just limit my use of them, I guess would be the right term. I am currently in the process of watching like 5 different shows, and I think that's just because I start watching something, I get bored, I start another show, and then I'm like, I should probably finish the other show. And then I get back to it, and then I get into it, and then I forget about the other one, and then I start a new one, and it's just this whole big thing. Please tell me I'm not alone in this. But anyway, I'm watching 5 different shows right now, and so I figured that my limitation on streaming services is that I can watch 1 episode of each show per day. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know if it's going to work. But hey, maybe this will be a good chance for me to catch up on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I've only seen like the first episode. I lost interest once I saw the new Captain America. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm sorry, that was a spoiler, but like, whatever. If you haven't seen the first episode by now, you're not gonna watch it. But yeah, I will be checking in throughout the week just to let you know how my mental health is going. Hopefully it'll be better, but you know, once you take something away from somebody, they go through withdrawal, and any type of withdrawal sucks. So I will let you know if I'm ever tempted, if I break, if I do any of those things, and you know, we'll just see how this week goes. I'm also doing another challenge at the same time as this, which is no online shopping for a week. Nope, no online shopping for a month. That video will probably be going up sometime next month. But I'm already struggling and it's only been like 2 days. So, you know, I've just basically taken away 2 of my addictions at the same time just to torment myself, apparently. But you know, it's getting nice out, spring has sprung, maybe I'll go out for a walk or practice my skateboarding skills, which I haven't practiced in almost a year, because last time I was on my skateboard, I fell and hurt my ankle. I'm a klutz. Anyway, so I guess that's the intro to this video. I'll check in with you guys either tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, oh boy, I don't want to do this, but we're doing it. Okay. So, it has been a few days since I ended the challenge, and I cracked a lot. I definitely cracked multiple times. I honestly cracked the first day of this challenge and opened TikTok because it's an addiction, and as most people know, it is very hard to quit. But it was only for a few minutes. Like, I wasn't on TikTok for hours. I wasn't wasting my day on TikTok, which is what I was concerned about primarily. But most of the other times that I cracked, I found that I usually open social media when I was waiting for something. Like if I was waiting for my mom in the car, or if I was waiting for whatever. That's the only example I have, really. Or like my mom and I would be watching a show and I would have to pause it because she'd have to go do laundry or something and whatever, and then I'd just open Instagram or TikTok, or not Snapchat. Snapchat was pretty easy to stay away from for the most part. But I think what I realized over the course of the week with not having social media is I had a lot more spare time, and I felt like I was being a lot more productive because I was being a lot more productive. Like, I've gotten so much done in the past week. Like, compared to the last month, I've gotten more done in a short period of time than I would have if I had social media. I also found that my mental health and health in general wasn't as bad as it typically is. I don't know the science behind it. There's probably science behind it, like genuine science behind it. But for me, I think it was mainly because I wasn't just sitting on my ass doing nothing. Even if I had days when I didn't have things I had to get done, I would be reading, or I would be cleaning, or I would be doing something that was, you know, helping me mentally. and physically. Also, I found that I worked out every day this last week, which often I skip a day or two because, you know, I was up late on social media, or I wake up and I instantly check Instagram, which leads to Reels, which leads to TikTok, which leads to Snapchat, and then it's just a cycle, and then I'm like, all right, well, now it's 11 o'clock. Might as well not even work out in the morning. You know, to conclude this video, I don't think I'm going to get rid of social media completely, but I'm definitely gonna get rid of some apps. I think I'm gonna delete TikTok. Here's the thing about TikTok. It's great and it's good entertainment, but you get lost on TikTok and it's a lot of mindless scrolling over and over again. And, you know, I don't post anything on TikTok. I have a TikTok account, but I don't post anything. So there's not really any use for me to be on TikTok. In my English class this past semester, we read a lot of articles about social media and about the internet and how it affects mental health, and there was one about TikTok and how it makes your mind warp in weird ways and basically puts that mindset that we all have right now, like in today's age, of instant gratification. And that comes from stuff like social media and TikTok and also Netflix and streaming services where you just watch show after show after show, and the binging of it all. It's just not good mentally for anyone. So now I'm gonna delete TikTok. I think it's definitely gonna help me mental health wise, and honestly, it's probably gonna help me be more productive. Now, the only thing is, usually if I'm not on TikTok, I'm on Instagram Reels, and I'm not gonna delete Instagram because I use Instagram. I use it to interact with friends, find people on the internet. That sounds worse than it actually is. Or, you know, promote my videos or whatever. So I'm not going to delete Instagram, but I am going to try and make a conscious effort to not be on Reels and to not go on Reels at all, because that's just the same thing as TikTok. You just scroll mindlessly for hours. There have been multiple times when I would go on Reels in the daylight. Next thing I know, it's 11 p.m. So yeah, it's bad. Now, I'm not saying that everyone should just drop social media and that you should delete everything off your phone and that you should live without any form of internet at all. That's not what I'm saying. It's not this kind of video. Also, I post videos on YouTube, so it would be kind of hypocritical of me to say that. But I am saying, if you want to, I do recommend doing this challenge for a week and just seeing how you feel by the end of it, because it really helped me put a lot into perspective and made me realize that I don't need social media. And now I'm deleting TikTok off my phone, so that's crazy. That's crazy. I've deleted TikTok a couple times before, and it never really stuck because I would see my friends on TikTok and I would be like, oh, that's a funny video, or I'd come up with an idea to post something, and then I'd just re-download it. And honestly, who's to say I'm not gonna re-download it after I delete it this time? I don't know, really. But I think the first step is to just delete it entirely and see what happens. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep Snapchat and Instagram. I might delete Facebook. I don't use Facebook as is, so you know, it should be fine. So yeah, moral of the video. If you want to do this challenge, I'd recommend it. I'd say go for it. Another thing I found, actually, is that I didn't miss it as much as I thought I would. Like, I didn't find myself reaching for my phone as instinctively as I thought I would. There were plenty of times when I was reaching for my phone, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't to the extent that I used to before this challenge, I guess. I'm sure there's a better way to word that, but I can't find it right now, so we're gonna stick with that. Anyway, that's it for this video. Conclusion is highly recommend. It works for me. It doesn't necessarily work for everybody, but it may work for you. I'm gonna see if I can get my friends to do this. I know one of my friends already doesn't have social media, so I don't know. I want to see if I can get some other people to try this, because it's an interesting experiment for sure. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also, if you would like to see more of me, that'd be pretty cool if you did. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Yeah, I post Fridays and some other random videos throughout the week, so if you want to know when I post, make sure to hit the notification button down below. And I think that's it. I'm holding a pencil now, by the way. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I had to like let my friends know that I was going off the grid because half my It's so pretty outside. Because half my what is the word I'm looking for? Because it's an interesting thing. Experiment. It's an interesting